all alone, can face it while alone and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter. What else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark. Moments of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a sharpshooter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me, just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a sharpshooter at post masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Sorry about that, folks. Had a bit of an audio hiccup there. But that's what I get when I disconnect the microphone. How we doing tonight, folks? Hello, Smithy, and hello, Classic. Alright, let's just switch... Ooh, fix the audio levels just a little bit, and we'll head on over to the main stage. Yeah, on today's bracket, we have a coffee to do for Mr. Paperman.exe. Ooh, you're gonna be working on art too? Cool beans. So, this coffee is gonna be Mighty Mario and Goombella facing off against Grodus. And hello, Rose T. Welcome. Alright. In the meantime, let's switch over from Persona's soundtrack to Arendale's new soundtrack, video game music for reminiscing about things long gone, lost games and features. Ooh, this one Alright. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Actually, you know what? This is a good song fitting this scenario here. But first things first, let's get the line art done. No, not mighty plumber. Oh wait, what am I doing? Not the Dutch angle again. Alright, let's see. What did Mario look like? Okay. Alright. A little thinner, that'll be good. Alright. As for what's next on the bracket, I've got another image planned, but I won't say what it is yet. We'll just say I'ma save it. Let's make that nose just a wee bit bigger. I just started, but okay. Evening, Rain Dance. Welcome. Glad you can join us. We are doing Paperman's Coffee of Mighty Mario and Goombella facing off against Grotus. Or wait, Lord Crump, I should say. Derp. I'm more tired than I thought. I actually took a nap earlier because the internet was kind of being screwy with my Macintosh. Like, it'll say it's connected, but actually, no, it's not. We don't know why. So I'm just like, screw it. I'll take a nap and come back, and it starts working again like nothing happened. I'm not sure what the deal was, but what's important? Ooh, plushie. Alright, to the random number generator. Plushie number 10. So that would be Mage Gino. Good beans. We'll send him right next to Mallow. Alright. Ooh. I have a feeling I'm not gonna recognize most of these tracks, but like, I'm excited. Because the first track was from like Mario 35? I don't know what that is, but like, that bop was a bop. How can we make this more futuristic? Like, this is the future. We gotta make this hammer look the part. I... Yeah, that'll work. That looks like something you could use. And there we go. Ooh, a little crooked there, but we can fix that. So how well are you guys handling the post-Halloween blues? Like that Calvin and Hobbes comic I posted like after Halloween. It feels more and more relevant as time goes on. Like not just the whole Thanksgiving being overshadowed by Christmas, but like every time a holiday ends, it just feels more and more depressing. Like a grand day, a special day, woo! And then it's over and it's just like, and back to boring reality. But I work at a mall, so it's been replaced by the combination of Black Friday, Christmas dread. Oh, God. I work in retail, so I get that. I understand wholeheartedly. So it's going to be interesting this year because we're not getting our Christmas bonus discount because that's been extended for the rest of the year. So I'm not sure what we're going to do for Christmas, but if I had to hazard a guess, it's probably going to be like a Christmas party, which, you know what, that's fine. Because I think it's a fair exchange for having that bonus discount all year round. It's very handy when you're buying groceries. Ooh, that... Working retail really killed... Yeah. Working retail really does kill... I usually just tell my customer... When they ask me, where's my holiday spirit? I just tell them it's being used as fuel to help me survive. Like it's you... Like I have to tear a piece of my joy away and use it as like coal. Till eventually there's like nothing left. But like I said, Classic, I don't know what they're gonna do, but honestly, I'm just too tired. And I don't mind the bonus lasting all year. Cause like that's pretty beneficial. Nope. I just know that I've gained weight from all the candy, so that put me a step back. But on the plus side, I managed to burn 360 on the treadmill today, so... Maybe I should give her, like, some hair on the back of her head. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. And that's another thing. Thanksgiving. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for that because my parents are out of state. It takes them like 3 days to drive from their from their other house to where I am right now. So I don't know. They're just gonna stay put, and my grandma's just gonna celebrate with her friends over at their retirement home. So I might be I might be joining my sister and brother-in-law at their place, or I don't know. We haven't really thought about it. But we got the whole month to think about it. Ooh. Thank you, Easy Cheese. For context, everyone. Oh my god, a female voodoo Dr. Star doll. Ooh. I already like the concept of it. For context, Easy Cheese is doing something where you give them like 3 emojis and they'll make a character out of it on Blue Sky for anyone who is interested. I haven't either. She Shanty 2 from RuneScape. Ooh. Let's see. Hmm. Oh, a plush video? Oh boy. Okay, what's this song? Oh, this is the lobby from the original Splatoon. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's a little too close to his mustache. There we go. I can't get over those vocal instruments. Okay, now that I'm looking at this, Mario's fingers look a little weird. Well, I'll have to redo those. I know we're aging. Frick. Oh, come on. I can work with this. Okay. Uh let's not deal. That'll be fine. Okay, and what I had in mind, Goombella could probably be like using a hologram of sorts. I'm on the youngest in my cycle. I'm 24. I still feel hella old. Oh, rain dance. You're only as old as you feel. That being said, I'm not ready for the next year. I'm not ready to turn 34. You know you're tired when at some point at the end of the night you're like, wait, what year is it? my feet are the same way. That's where... Right. It's like, life sucks now, but next year will... But there's always video games to look forward to. Not pattern. No, not a pattern. We're looking for a Grady... Ooh. No, we're looking for blues. That'll work, actually. It can't be out soon enough. Cause like I need it. I need it like yesterday. But on the plus side, Kirby Air Ride comes out this month, so that's something else to look forward to. I'm excited, but also pretty nervous because this is gonna be the first time I've ever played Kirby Air Ride. I never got the chance to play the original one, so this will be an interesting learning curve for me, but I'm excited to learn, if that makes sense. Okay, that should do it. And then we'll have Grotus, Crump, bleh. I don't know, my brain. What my brain doing? Like I even took a nap. What am I doing? What the ghost doing? And also I've heard rumors that they might show a trailer of the next Mario movie at the latest Wicked movie. I don't know if that's true or not. But if that's the case, that's another thing to look forward to. November or December. It would have to be around, like, one of these 2 months. Because, like, it's the Christmas season. That's like a money-making avenue for video games. If you could fit the color scheme with the emojis I gave you, I'd be impressed. Hello, Danny. Welcome. Buh, indeed. Oh, right, the Game Awards. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting those are a thing. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense. Orange, yellows, reds, shades of black and white. Also, Easy Cheese, am I allowed to do with whatever I want? Am I allowed to do with this character whatever I want to do with it? Okay. Because depending... Okay. That's one thing I could... That's one thing I could do, like make adoptables. The question is, what kind of adoptables would they be? Like... I have been kind of on an art slump, so maybe I could give that a try. Also, one trend I noticed on these YouTube shorts is like characters, what our OCs would look like if they'd never gone through trauma. And like, that would be an interesting thing to look at. Ooh, what is this? Free realms. My gosh. Oh gosh, what was the first online game I've played? Actually, I think my first online experience was when I was into like Powerpuff Girls, and there were like these, you know, those drawing things on old websites where you got like MS Paint tools and you could draw like whatever you want. I remember being on a website and like just drawing there, and other artists like liked my work. Man. I'm old. I was there when the Macintosh computers were in school. I was there when they taught us typing. Fusion Fall? No. I never got the chance to. Like, I'm pretty sure our old computer couldn't handle like 3D MMOs really well. So, never got the chance to, but I have heard of it. Actually, my first... Yeah, that was the Anime Cartoon Network on MMO. Some of them translated well to the anime style, but others like the Eds from Ed, Edd n Eddy did not translate well at all. They looked really weird. Don't cite the deep magic with me, witch. I was there when it was written. Don't cite me the rituals of Mavis Bacon teaches typing. I was there. She trained me in the ways of typing without looking up, and it amounted to nothing because I still can't type fast. Yeah, Magnus von Grapple. Welcome, Wonky Womp. We are working first on a coffee commission for Paperman.exe. Actually, I think the first 3D computer game we were able to play was like Sonic R. Like we would 100% it constantly, but because we didn't know how saves work, we would have to beat the game every time. Otherwise, we would be back to the beginning. Either I didn't understand how saves work, or neither did my other siblings, but we would always have to start over every time we shut the game off. We weren't very smart. Or at least I wasn't. Well, of course they would. Of course they look decent. Those two were made to be in the anime style. Hell, I think they look better in this style. They look really cute. Yeah, Sonic R can be played on the computer. That's how me and my brother did it. I think this is how it looked from... I think it had, like... Okay, let me see if I got that right. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be where you had to use the arrow keys and mouse to steer your character. And honestly, Knuckles was pretty OP. Like, he was just as fast as Sonic, but he could also glide for a short period, which pretty much broke the races. Like, if you want first place in all of them, just use Knuckles. Well, that's a little too thin. Hello, Gasiva, welcome. R, Sonic R. Speaking of Sonic R, what's your opinion? It's honestly, it's silly looking. I don't know why people were so afraid of it. Like, it's literally just a ragdoll with an antenna sticking out and a blank stare, like, really, that's what you're afraid of? The, I guess, but, like, there are scarier dolls out there. Like, the one that's actually haunted. I found that thing adorable. I was so confused. The vocalist for Sonic? Indie... Oh, she's coming back! Ooh! I'm good that... I'm good there. I'm good she's finding work. It's good that she's still finding work, cause her voice... Wait, was she the one singing those songs? Cause if so, she's... Oh, hot dang, cause she's got a good voice. It, like, brings me back to that era of, like, early 90s. I miss those kind of soundtracks. Okay. I did want to mention regarding of what you're drawing the Magnus von. Yeah, he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Ooh. I like it. I like it. That is a repost. Shadow's OG voice actor David Murphy will be one. Oh, cool! Nice. I'll have to do something with this later tonight, Easy. All right. Thank you, Easy Cheese. It's adorable. Oop, 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 I feel like my stigmatism is getting Yancy today. Okay. How to color this? All right, the visors. I'll add those later. All right. So you may both. I know the. It's about time. Honestly, that might convince me to actually watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. Cause honestly, it was just kind of there. Like as a kid, I thought it was pretty cool, but like as an adult, it was just like, it's there. But like that might make me interested in tuning in now. Although personally speaking, I don't think I could ever like physically. I don't think I would ever physically go to Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. Like it'd probably be too crowded and loud. Yeah, when was the last time did he ever make an appearance? Or am I crazy? And he never did. Cause I feel like with a character like as old as Mario, he would have had to have made his debut like late 80s, maybe? Like it feels weird that he would only be getting it now. But then again, with how big Mario has gotten, it would probably be like sacrilege if they didn't. They're pretty average. Like it's kind of like a tradition at this point. It's like the Rankin Bass movies during Christmas. It's become like, well, it's on, might as well watch it. Oops, sorry. The spacing. Yeah, like that's how you know. That's how you know anime's been ingrained in American culture when they get a float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm just noticed. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Photoshop is being screwy again. Ooh, no. Huh. Okay. Okay, Photoshop. You had me for a second. I said you had me for a second. Okay. Oh yeah, cool. Remember when Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends had a float? And then they rickrolled the entire country? Because it was like, people, let me tell you about my best friend. He's the one who da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, Rickroll comes out and just essentially starts singing Never Gonna Give You Up. I wasn't there, but like, the fact that they did it was amazing. Well, honestly, cause hear me out. I think that song actually perfectly sums up the show. Cause think about it. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never run around and desert you. That's what Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is. Never give up on your imaginary friends. And never leave them behind. That's kind of the core of the whole thing. Of the whole show. Okay, Photoshop is being a little silly, so we're just gonna close it for a sec. And try to find it on my desktop. There you are. Right, because... Right. Like I said, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. And the whole point of Foster's Home is never giving up your imaginary friends. So, you could say they rickrolled. I'd say it's actually fitting for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. What should we name that voodoo? Good question. I'll think about it. Maybe. Okay, that's better. Photoshop is behaving now. Ooh, finally finished it? Nice. Oh man, if you could have like... Yeah, that clip's been cycling, that has cycled YouTube a lot. Blah blah Thanksgiving Day, the year Barney died. Yeah, you can always go back to certain art pieces. Like, that's how a few of my sketches end up. That's where a few of them end up. One in particular we're gonna work on tonight. Did you see the recent Barney redesign? Personally speaking, I think they could have made on it. Honestly, in my opinion, I think they should have like conjoined his eyes to make it like Yoshi, and maybe like instead of, yeah, Barney did get a redesign. Just look up Barney nowadays and it's called Barney's World and it's CGI. Everything's CGI, because of course it would be. And they redesigned him to be more expressive, but honestly, I think it's still a little iffy. Like, if you ask me, what they should have done is, like, make the eyes bigger and then conjoin them, kind of like Yoshi's eyes. And then get rid of the flat teeth, because, one, T-Rexes don't have that, and two, it just makes them look creepy. And just give them, like, one little snaggle tooth. So, like, maybe, so we can have that cutesy, but also kind of dinosaur feel. Like, this is just coming from me. I'm not, like, an expert when it comes to character design. Because, like, I remember Doug Walker talking about him. Oops. There we go. Everyone was. My brother would sing. My brother and his friends would sing songs like that. To be fair, I understand why, because BJ is like an anagram for something else. Something else that is definitely not child-friendly. But honestly, it's just the flat teeth that creep me out. Like, it's like photoshopping like regular human teeth onto like sharks. Like, it doesn't look natural, it looks creepy. Which is why I said they could have just removed the teeth entirely and just had like two like little snaggle tooth fangs on one on each side of his mouth. Just to give him like this kind of primitive but also kind of cutesy vibe. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a professional character designer. What's this song? Oh, Tac 2 from GBA. Oh my gosh. That reminds me, I also gotta finish the Lullaby playlist. And by that I mean, make the damn thing. Oh, right, that thing. I have an OC who found a tech company. His name was Barnabas, but goes by... Well, that was this... Well, that's the kind of deal where you have the same name as a cartoon character, because one of my brother's friends, his name was Doug. So people would like mock him from it. Hey, is your last name Funny like Doug Funny? That's like... Aw. Aw, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks, man. Where am I? I found it weird when Danny Phantom came out. That's why I kind of like my name, despite how many people have that name. Like, I haven't seen any cartoon characters, or at least popular ones, with the same one. So I was spared from that. What? This sounds familiar. Ooh, Plants vs. Zombies. Did you hear about Plants vs. Zombies Replanted? I heard it was not good. Oh yeah, AI upscaling. To make matters worse, like, none of the original people who worked on it were even asked to come on board and help with it. It's like, they were openly ready to help you. Why would you not? Why would you not? I don't get it. I'm not sure about my sister, because her name could be both male and female, so I don't know if she ever had to deal with that. Ooh. Oh, this is a cup. This is from Club Penguin. Oh my god. This is a bop. I wonder if I should... Look at that little dinky little light bulb. Ooh, let's see what you did with this one. Ooh! That's pretty, like, you got the mochi, the strawberry, the balloon. I like it. That's so cute. Oh, what's this track? Oh, Pokemon Dream World. My god. There we go. I'm getting nostalgic for a song I've never played. This sounds familiar. Oh, Nights in the Dream. Okay. Now where was that reference? I just realized there's some open gaps. We can fix that, though. Remember my motto, out of sight, out of mind. If it's just gonna be blocked by these guys, it's no big deal. Coraline, maybe. Maybe. That's a good one, but I think I'll think about or hang on, wait a minute. What about Tulpa? 'Cause a Tulpa, I've heard about these Tulpa. Tulpa, a being, materialized being or thought form, typically. Wait. A phenomenon where individuals create and interact with imaginary companions known as tulpas. Which can also be described as an alter ego. Let's see. Sentient imaginary friends. Ooh. Now the question is, what can I do with this? Ooh. Wait a minute. What if Tulpa... What if I made Tulpa into one of Donovan's minions? Would that be alright with you? Because I can definitely see a Sitar inhabiting a voodoo doll. Okay, you know what? Oop. After I get on the right layer, that's what we'll do. We'll draw Tulpa. This'll only hurt. Don't worry, Mr. Fuzzy. This won't hurt a bit. That just... This'll only hurt for 22 minutes. Ring! Oh, you... Oh my god, he even hated Beavis and Butthead, like... Garfield, Doug... Even Bart Simpson? And wait... was that supposed to be Norbert? He looked way too much like Daggett. And I want to watch Angry Beavers again. I wonder if Twitch would allow me to watch it with you guys. Because that would be kind of fun. Knowing Nickelodeon, probably not. What's this one? Echo Lobby. Never heard of it. Let's see. It's weird seeing like the beta designs. Like the Powerpuff Girls were originally known as the Whoop-Ass Girls, because the original ingredient instead of Chemical X was a can of Whoop-Ass. And their show was originally going to be called Whoop-Ass Stew. But of course that wouldn't fly because, you know, swear word. There we go. And like the original, like when they first showed off the cartoon, like people at first didn't like how the girls looked. So like Craig was like panicking and he tried redesigning them with like noses and fingers and such. But then he got like the call that says, you know what, it's weird, but we're gonna greenlight it. And then it became one of Cartoon Network's best shows. Like, they even offered him to do... my favorite? I've always liked Blossom. Mostly because she was the leader. She always seemed the most interesting to me. Because she was a leader, but she was also flawed and kind of a bossy brat, but like I still liked her regardless. Which is kind of why I didn't like the reboot, cause like I feel like they did her dirty in that reboot. Like maybe I'm crazy, but it really felt like the reboot really liked Buttercup but did not like Blossom. Yeah, nobody did. My biggest gripe with it was how weak they made the girls. Like, you're telling me that Bubbles, who can dive into lava and go to space, breaks her arm from being tossed into a building. It felt like... The show felt like it was trying to be something it wasn't. That's when you know a show isn't gonna fare well, when it feels like it's trying to be something it's not. Like, it's trying hard to be these recent, oh, LOL, so random shows. It doesn't need that to be good. It just needs to be the monster of the week kind of thing. Have them have a conflict and overcome it. I know. I don't know what happened there, but like, oh my god, don't remind me of that. Like, why? Like, fucking why? I I will never understand. I will never understand those writers. Like, why? Why? I call me an old grouch if you want, but like kindergartners should not be doing that. Oh boy. I'm glad it ended after like 2 or 3 seasons. It didn't. It should have ended sooner. Oh boy. Like, remember. Never mind. Like, I remember the creator of Ed, Ed, and Eddie, like, making fun of, like, reboots and such. Or wait, it was Pan Pizza who did that, the online reviewer. I don't know who it was, but there was, like, a concept for an Ed, Ed, and Eddie reboot where everyone was nice and, like, Plankton didn't have any corners. And, like, the creator of Ed, Ed, and Eddie was like, this sucks. But, like, in the most joking way possible, because, like, he knew it was a joke. But I believe he was like, I would never do this, not in a million years. This sounds familiar. Oh, Super Mario Maker. Also, weren't they gonna like reboot Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but like make it but make it more for younger kids? Right, that's what I was gonna say. Like, didn't the writers kind of insert himself as like Blossom's crush? And it's like no, and it's like when I found out, I'm like, nope, pulling the plug. That's a no bueno. That's another thing. They also tried relying on memes that are like 2 decades out of date. Like, you don't have to, like, when it comes to memes, like, don't rely on the ones that already exist. Try making your own. Like, I remember when, does anybody remember the big-lipped alligator moment from like Channel Awesome years back? Like, that came from the nostalgia chick who was just like, I want to create a meme, and she did, and it kind of caught on. Just from an observation. Oh my god. They didn't even use the right face for that. That's what makes it even dumber. That's the no face. No me gusta is another face entirely. He's a conductor. Oh. That's so cute. I love him. Name him Christopher. But yeah, weren't they gonna like reboot Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but make it more like a for younger kids? Did anything come from that, or was the project scrapped, or is it still in production? Cause like I've heard nothing from that. Well, that's the comforting thing. Like, at least the original creator will be involved, so there will be a little bit of guidance. It's kind of like with the Mario movie. Like, you feel dread when hearing about it, but then you realize, oh, Nintendo's gonna have a very heavy hand in the production. Like Miyamoto probably is gonna be overseeing it, and you're like, okay, so they're not going in like completely blind, and they don't want to upset Miyamoto. Or the fans, for that matter. Oop. Opacity. There we go. Honestly, we don't. I think it's best we don't get one, period. Like, that's one thing I respect about Craig McCracken. He knows when a show has had its run. Like, with the original Powerpuff Girls series, like, Cartoon Network even offered him, like, a 7th season of the show, and he's like, you know what, I think we've had a good run. I think it's time that this show retires. Which is like upsetting, because like that means no Powerpuff Girls, but I think he had a point. Otherwise, it would have like turned into like a Simpsons scenario where it would have just overstayed its welcome. You know what I mean? Besides, I think he also wanted to work on something else. He's like one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to art. Like, you've noticed I've only drawn cartoons with like 3 or 4 fingers and with giant heads. You can blame the Craig McCracken influence on that. Yeah, Jenny Tartakovsky. Yeah, he was also another influence on me. Yeah, Dexter's voice is kind of like... It would be hard to replicate. Like, that's what I'm thinking. What, for The Simpsons, what are they gonna do when Homer's voice actor finally passes? Like, they wouldn't continue the show without him, would he? Right, because like, ideally, it should be up to the show's makers rather than the studio. As whether, yeah, that's like SpongeBob as well. But they can't, because because the creator is no longer with us, and I'm still sad about it. I'm wondering... Select inverse. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. I know. I remember seeing that dedication image. I'm still... It's still saddening. Alright, but I think... But yeah, I think this is pretty good. We'll consider it a save. Alright, so I did have another image in mind, but... I actually kind of wanna... I actually wanna take a look at Tulpa. And see if we can make... And see if we can turn this into a character. Alright, thank you for stopping by, Danny. Hope to catch you later. We can close that. Okay, and turn down smoothing. Okay. So let me see what I can do with this. Or wait a minute, you know what? Remember when I did a location in Weapons World? The Unwavering Woods, where trees would sprout out as soon as they would be chopped down? Because the forest has been inspirited? Maybe this can be... Maybe this could be the one who inspirited the... Well... I don't know. We'll think of a backstory as we get this. Empathetic. Okay. Or wait a minute, this is my character. Okay. Empathetic, so maybe she's the one who put the unwavering spell on the Unwavering Woods. Well, I don't know. Or maybe, Ooh. Okay, random number 35. So, number 35, that would be... I hate you. Ooh. I hate you. Oh yeah, she would. Or wait a minute. What if this is like... Not to be confused with the creepypasta Dawn and Paul read. Oh. Oh, right, I hate you. And you need to add the Super Mario World. You need to add SMW. You know what? Maybe this could be another Star Guardian from the weapons world, but she is living with the survivors of the weapons war. Like she's with the Goombas and the Koopas and the other organic life forms. Cause like in my story, they're all hiding underground, so maybe. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. She's a little doctor's assistant, Star Spirit, who is helping out the... Not a fan of... You know what? I actually don't mind it. I think it looks cool. I think the sun actually looks really cool. Scary, yes. But I think the design, if I can show it here, I think its design looks really pretty. Like the Aztec kind of eye, like the Aztec designs and the way his eyes just kind of stare at you, like not angry, but just judging you. Like he's judging how you're trying to win this seemingly impossible level. Like, are you even trying? Ooh, what's... Oh, Minecraft story mode? They have a track from that too? Oh my god. Someone made a YouTube poop involving the CDI versions of Mario Bros. I Hate You, which is... Oh my god. Please send me a link to that because I would like to. I know what you are. A noob. Do you have a clip? Do you have the link for that? Because I want to watch that later. The design looks really nice, but doesn't look angry anymore. I think what they were going for is like silent rage. But yeah, I get your point. Ooh, what's this? Battleborn, never heard of it. But that's what I like about Arendelle. They find themes from games I've never heard of. Ooh! I'm thinking, but I do think it would work for another character in mind. I won't say who, but I'll just say Onyx might have done some unintentional lore dumping in a previous stream. Ooh, let's add stitching inside her mouth. the oh no. Or wait a minute. This could be like a pin. Well, I'm just gonna move the heart a little up here. Maybe I can make like a divide here. Yeah, because I want her to be cute, but I also wanted to have like a little bit of an unsettling aura. Just to kind of fit with the Weapons World vibe. Of broken, but working. Oh, she has eyelashes. Ooh, we could have like thick, chunky eyelashes. The reason I say that is because Dr. Doll and a doctor in the weapons world is Illumina. Well, Illumina is more of a doctor towards the weapons, like her home is kind of underground. She kind of has her own, and they have their own doctor. Yeah, chunky yarn eyelashes, that's... And maybe, like, Ivory, she is very skeptical about the weapons. Like, she would be afraid of them, because the earlier weapons that were responsible for taking over the world, they were emotionless, they had no feelings, impossible to empathize with. So she would have to get used to the current robots or weapons that in fact do have emotions. Going to be avenged statues for Chunky and Lanky Kong. What if she originally didn't have Button Eye? Ooh! That would kind of connect her to Onyx then. Because for Onyx, he's kind of like a ragdoll with a porcelain head. You look too angry. Make it angrier. So I'm gonna say this. I hope you guys aren't mad, but I did play a little more of ANC. Just to get my levels a bit up. A few character battles happened, but I'm just gonna say you're not missing much. I'm just gonna say it. I don't really care for the characters right now. Like, my attention is on the Pokemon. It's always been on the Pokemon. The characters, like the human characters, it's just they're there and they haven't been. I haven't really been connecting with them. I think it's because, like, I'm an adult and these are just like youngins. Same thing, huh? Yep. I also like how we're both giving her, like, Powerpuff Girl limbs. Let's make these pins, like, big. Let's give her, like, really...
Are you still into it?
Whoa, hello.
'Cause I'm still into it.
Spec Ops, the line, ooh.
We haven't had soul bits for about a fortnight. Am I your only one?
What color's the train conductor's hat supposed to be?
'Cause you're still my only one.
Oh,
But if you need more, I'll just do it. It's alright.
there we go.
We should go into town and spend some money.
I was not expecting to hear tracks with vocals on this playlist, but hey, here we are.
And see something funny.
Okay, I kind of like. I'm digging this.
And we can go to the pub at night.
Okay.
We can get right tanked up and go
Let's begin the sketch.
have a fight.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this could be like a Barrette kind of thing. Ooh, a little... There we go.
We could go into town and spend some money. Go to the pictures. Go and see
Okay.
something funny. Share a popcorn and when it's finished we could go
Gonna go a little off the sketch. There we go.
get really pissed and go home and have a fight.
Yeah, you did a really good job, Easy. we go. Ooh, that's a little... There we go. Good idea! And saved. Alright! Power-ups. Okay, I need to look at my thing. I need to look at this again. Alright. Oh man, feels good to be a Luma again. Well, yeah, October was all about host swap. Now we're back to our regularly scheduled power-ups. Which, to be fair, I kind of missed. There we go. Ooh, you know what else? Maybe she can pull out this pin and it'll reveal, like, kind of a needle or something. Kind of like a needle sword. Oh no, it's the end of the playlist. That was a good one, too. Let's see. Video game to keep the anxiety attack at bay during your 15-minute break. Yeah. Go. Boop. Hearing this reminds me how funny it was seeing them Wii Fit. Yeah, when Mario, Link, and Kirby were trying to do were trying to do yoga. And like Kirby was trying his darndest to do that pose, but he can't because he doesn't have legs. All he has is feet. But he was doing the best he could with what he got. It was weird because it was like they showed that and everyone was like, "Is this gonna be a new Wii Fit game?" I didn't think it was gonna, but then they zoom out and show Mario, Link, and Kirby, and it's like, wait a minute. Ooh, that's a little... Oh, you know what? What if, in addition to feeling empathy, what if she could share her thoughts? Like, I imagine with Onyx, maybe if the two, like, share, like the same matching pin in their heads. Like maybe they can share like certain thoughts. Like maybe Onyx can share a future vision with her just by telepathically using these pins. I don't know, just kind of a thought. There we go. Oh, gotta remember to blink. Also the stitched up eyes and mouth, it's kind of reminding me of like Oddworld. Like Abe's Odyssey. So when amiibos were still fresh and new at the time, I found Wii Fit Trainer amiibo at Toys R Us, but didn't pick her up as I was thinking who wanted this, and instead got Pikachu, of course. This was before I came to realize that Wii Fit Trainer would be the unicorn rare amiibos. Oh. Before they inevitably got scalped like everything else. Surprisingly, though, Pokemon Legends ZAZ hasn't suffered the same fate as the Pokemon games or Pokemon card game, but I'm guessing it's because it's like too expensive. There we go. I'm wondering... Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, we got something. We're getting somewhere. So what kind of voice would she have? Because I'm imagining like a raspy kind of whisper voice. Like the one where you're sick and you have a cold and your throat is just aching and full of phlegm, where you can't talk. So most of everything she says would probably either be in a hushed tone or even like a whisper. Maybe this one could still be trying to get in contact with Star Road after the war happened, because like when Smithy won and the blue fog rolled in, like the stars couldn't get back to Star Road because of the thick fog. It made it impossible to reach up to the stars because it would just poison them and make them plummet themselves back down to the ground. Zip zop. Ooh.
I'm Jasmine, a gym leader. I use the Cling steel type. Here, you can have this. I got you something really nice. I have some area info for you. This area info is special, okay? Did you know there's an event going on? We'll be as strong as steel in no time. Look how far we've come.
I wasn't expecting that kind of voice, but that's adorable. Make it like raspier, and then we'd have something like raspy whispering. Ooh, wrong layer. But yeah, good choice. Oh, let's make the pins the same color as her eye button. Just for some unity or something. Let's make this pin in particular all the more special. That could probably work. Whoop, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, that looks vaguely like a star. All right. Huh. Oh, Nintendo just updated their music app. I didn't look over to see what it was, so I'm not sure what it was. Oh well. There we go. Maybe we can make the yarn the same color as the lab coat. Whoop. Yeah, acupuncture combat. That would be really cool. And maybe she can do like the same with teammates. Like, I'll heal you. Grabs a needle and they're like, I've never actually tried acupuncture. Like, when it comes to needles, I am a big baby. Like, I have to look away whenever I'm getting my vaccinations. Or like whenever I'm getting blood drawn. Like I have to distract myself with like a phone. Otherwise I'm just gonna start hyperventilating. But like you get me, right? It's a literal pointy object going through your skin. Like, of course I'm not gonna like it. Oh yeah, because they're getting an update. Which is weird, coming in 2025. Yeah, I remember getting my... I remember donating blood once, and... That was an experience. I wonder... Maybe I should give blood again this year. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Not stroke, not stroke. Let's see, and that's the same color as the... Okay. Actually, now that I look at this, she kind of reminds me... It's kind of reminding me of like that one survival horror game called My Friendly Neighborhood. Where it's basically like a parody of Sesame Street mixed with Resident Evil survival horror. But like in a good way. A little dark in this. Yeah. Let's make the... I've heard good things about it. I just don't do well with like those kind of horror games because you see how I tend to panic. You put me in that kind of you put me in that kind of gameplay and I'm like, I forget what the buttons do. Also, with my astigmatism, I can't aim for crap. But yeah, let's make the needles on the right layer. Let's have them be like a brassy gold. All right. There we go. Did I get the right? Okay. Time to write my name. Ooh, too thick. Let's just use that sciencey. That sciencey. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Though what I want to do is kind of desaturate just a teeny weeny bit. Because that's how I usually do with my colors. Like, I don't want to make them too bright. Or too saturated. Or, I wonder. Oops, daisies? There we go. How does that look? Yeah. That little bit of color unity brings it together. But first I gotta... Alright. Because that's my thing. I love, like, warm, desaturated colors. Yeah, okay. Okay, now she just needs a star form. What if we... I can see, like, a bright red. I want to work on the train conductor myself, though I'm currently occupied with a GIF animation. I've been working on it since yesterday. Ooh! Nice. That's something I want to do too, work on like animations, because for the next playlist image, I want like the characters animated to be like running. There's gonna be like 5 in total, so... And I'll be animating in Photoshop, no less. There we go. Simple but for fun. That's the best kind. Simple but fun. Okay, I'm gonna need... There we go. We can toss that layer away. Ooh, maybe not that strong. Ooh. Ooh, okay, okay. Okay, pretty good. Maybe... maybe make that... Maybe make it a little darker. Oop, plushie time. Okay, random number generator. Hit me with number 39. Number 39 is Wisconsin. Alright. Actually, I'm wondering... Maybe I can make this an orange star instead. There we go. That looks a little less threatening. Shrink that down. Size jitter, angle jitter. Oh, this is the wrong... I did it again. Wrong tool. Okay, and then we can have that a little brighter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We got something here. Ooh. Okay. First, we save. Then, we'll add text. Let's see, what kind of... Let's see. Oh, we can just use this one. Ooh, shrink that down. And then... Okay. One of the missing star spirits of the weapons world. She resides... in the under... I'm just... I can spell. I can spell, I swear. Though I'm not doing the best job at convincing you, am I? What? No! What happened? What happened? Now that I'm looking at this... There we go. I think that's how you spell acupuncture. So there's only one C. Okay. I can spell, I swear. Okay, but we definitely need... There we go. We'll put that there. Where was it? There it is. No. What size was it? Ooh! Oh, that's cute. Oh my god, that's adorable. Lovely work. Whoa, no, I did not mean to do that. Just meant to scoot. There we go. There we go. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy with how this came out. I'll export that as a PNG. I really love this design, Easy Cheese. Thank you so much. Alright. And now, I got one more image to do. Or one more image I have in mind. So, Onyx kind of lore dropped a certain person. That being this lady here. Whom we called Queen Silvera. So, I want to touch up on her design next. And just because... And I thought it'd be kind of fun if we could add little elements of Peach's... of concept art of Princess Peach that from the creator of Super Mario RPG. I thought it'd be fun to implement those kind of elements into her design. Because that's what Silvera kind of was. And I had to get a screenshot of that because they wouldn't let me save. Besides, I need to practice more drawing more humans. So first things first, I want to replace these shoulder armor. And kind of replace it with these giant shields. Go. So the idea behind... So Silvera was basically the Princess Peach of the weapons world before Smithy took over. And unfortunately, she was the last one to fall to Smithy. Like, she fought, but unfortunately, she lost her life. She lost the battle. So while she's dead, she's kind of like the driving force for some of the characters in the weapons world. Like, for Illumina, Silvera was like an inspiration of what a leader should be. While they should be smart and determined, they should also be kind and brave. I've thought of like having like many different kingdoms, but the one Silvera was ruling over was called Mechanica, which was well known for their high advancements in technology, including robotics. Ooh. That didn't look right. Yeah, it was weapons in my AU weapons world was like originally many different kingdoms on one continent. But then Smithy came and conquered every one of them and turned it into one big kingdom, the Weapons Kingdom. And like, despite all their preparation, despite Onyx's vision of like the weapons invading, despite like taking every precaution, like building walls, like having advanced security systems, they still failed. Mostly because they didn't have someone like Mario to help them. It's kind of like the whole thing. Why did this kingdom failed where the Mushroom Kingdom succeeded? Simply put, they didn't have anyone like Mario. Everyone, I always think like the main villains always fail because they tend to underestimate Mario, because he's just this human with stumpy legs. Like, what's he gonna do? And then Mario tramples them and they're like, oh shit. And yeah, this was... Though King Boo managed to gain the upper hand with Mario Luigi. Yeah, I think that's... For King Boo, he underestimated Luigi. And he still kept doing that. Up until, like Luigi's Mansion 3, he's like, okay, clearly I'm gonna need some help with this one. Maybe, I'm thinking about making her eyes just maybe a little smaller. Because that's kind of my problem. I tend to make eyes too big. maybe I can give her... Actually... Yeah. Okay, I kind of had an idea. What if... What if for bangs, I kind of gave, like, illusions to, like, Smithy? Mm. Kind of? Maybe? Bowser didn't win mu- We don't see DDD being like that with Kirby. Yeah, like, there comes a point where, like, the main villain, where a reoccurring villain is like, they know better. They become smart and be like, or what if we... Yeah, let's give her illusions to Smithy. Why not? Like, have her have this kind of... Like, the same with Smithy's, like, side hair? Like, I kind of want to make this a princess where she's not to be messed with. Like, she can hold her own on in a fight. Yeah, I think that'll do. We don't see King Dedede be with... Hmm. There we go. Also, I feel like with Queen Silvera, she's the one who understands Onyx the most. Like, she's the one who gets like, Onyx is an introvert. He's not a fan of, like, big parties and such. Like, most of the royal court has told Onyx, like, you have to show up for, like, these parties and such. You're an ambassador. Just suck it up and eat cake or whatever. And Silvera's like, you don't have to. I get it. Social situations can be tiresome. That doesn't make you any different than you or me. Like, I still accept, like, you're still my friend. Which is why Onyx kind of really likes her, and which is why her death kind of took a toll on him. Like, Ivory kept it professional, like, nothing personal or whatever. Well, in the, like, years ago, like, way before Silvera was born, like, Ivory and Onyx were sent from Star Road as, like, ambassadors. To be like, oh, we come from a higher plane of existence. We wish to bring you peace and such. We want to help you with developing your world and whatnot. So they sent Onyx and Ivory. They were roboticized, so they're constantly fighting for control of their own free will. Ooh, yes, that is... I like that idea. Like in my story, Ivory and Onyx have been on the planet for like 300 years. They've watched like numerous... They've seen multiple kings and queens of this kingdom. They are made as the ultimate weapon. Uh-oh. Ivory is sent to, like, keep a close eye on people's wishes. To see what they can do to make Mechanica a better place to live. And Onyx serves as, like, the kind of fortune teller who can foresee, like, any dangerous events, so they can warn the kingdom ahead of time. Don't worry, they just give a middle finger to the program and then go about their day not knowing how dangerous they are. Originally, I was gonna have Illumina related to Silvera, like Silvera donated blood and Illumina, and it was given to Illumina to help her with her surgery. So they share blood, and I'm like, Like, originally, I was gonna have Illumina become the princess of that world, of Weapons World at the end, and I'm like, that just feels a little cliche at this point. So, like, at the end, Illumina is just gonna become, like, an ambassador herself. Like, no royal titles, just, like... Just try to promote the good of Weapons World once the dust settles. Trying to think of what station the train... Maybe he could work at, like, the Toy Time Galaxy from Mario Galaxy. Or maybe he could work at, like, Shy Guy's Toy Box. Or the Excess Express. Working in a toy box would probably be fun and annoying. I keep thinking back to, like, Press Buttons and Talk and their playthrough of Paper Mario. And just having Mario sound like he's just done with everything. Like, this place is too effing whimsical for me. Yeah, Toy Box is a really fun setting. There we go. Oh, that. It's whimsical. That's the best way to describe it. Whimsical. And... Oop, power up. What do we got? We got the same ones. So... back to normal. Whoop! I keep knocking over the soda bottle. Now that I look at this, maybe her hair should be like a little long. Ooh, wait a minute. What if I made it like Smithy's beard? Ooh. Huh, the alert, did the alert play? Oh, I did have it pretty low, so... Alright. But yeah, but what if it was like... what if at the back... what if the lower part of her hair was like Smithy's beard? Kind of given the vibe that Smithy might have been related to her royal family, but like we don't know for certain. Well, I'm not gonna spoil that part. Ooh, lordy. There we go. Think now's a good time for the smaller details. Ooh, if I... come on. That'll do. Ooh, a little too much. I better tone that down. Ooh, oh, all right. Okay, we're getting places. Oop. There we go. And we're only 2.5 hours in. We're making great time. There we go. The reference, yeah, it's a very early concept. Like very early when they wanted to give like Mario and Peach like a full set of armor. But they're like, nah, it'd look too silly. Just have him use his hammer. Ooh, that up above the world so high, I can't draw the other eye. Was he? Luigi was also gonna be in the game. If I'm gonna be, yeah, it doesn't really look like Peach. It, like, outside of the crown, you wouldn't know that was Peach unless they color it in, like they color it in pink. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I made the mascara a little too thick. Yeah, I made it too thick. Also, ooh, come on. I made that path. I made it once. I can do it again. There we go. Although I would say this would make an interesting Showtime costume for Peach. Like, if they didn't go with that sword fighter outfit, they could have easily gone with this one. Another thing I need to work on is, like, lips. But, like, yeah, it looks a little too clunky for her, so they went with the classy tuxedo and such, which I think was a good call. Let's see. Okay, I think we're ready for color. And I think it'd be good if we gave her like silvery hair. Or I'm wondering if I should make it white. Hello, Torcurly. Since I wanted to something back at Halloween, but you learn in a horror story, so here I am to tell something. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I already know that. Trust me, I already know. I've also seen the concept art for Mallow. Like, originally he was supposed to puff out and his hair would zap lightning, which is pretty funny. Which is pretty funny looking. That's good, but let's see. Let's continue. I wanted to talk about how it's happened that Oh yeah, I know. SMG4 came to an end recently. I already know that. I kind of had a feeling after the death of that goddamn TV guy of Mr. Puzzle. Well, how long has it been going on for? Kind of makes me wish that Mario RPG remakes let you see. Yeah, that would have been cool. They did release a book though. So we're not completely empty-handed here. They did release the concept book. I was happy, but not unhappiness. I was on stage. Yeah. Okay, I gotta get up close and personal here. Here we go. Yeah, I think there was. You know what? Let's give her brown eyes instead. Because we have enough blue-eye characters. Let's give her brown eyes instead. Why are our eyes crooked? Now that I look at her, maybe I should give her like. I'm gonna attempt eyelashes. Well, at least I feel better because my addiction is gone for good for me and Luke, and particularly Luke. No more Mr. Puzzle. That's a little too much. Okay. Yeah, one eyelash is enough. Also, that also gives her kind of an illusion to Smithy. Okay, anyway. There we go. There we go. Thank you. And let's make that color. Let's make her lips just a little darker. Ooh. I don't know about eyeshadow. We'll think about that. But I do know her gloves are gonna be white. Just a little bit. Oop. Seriously, after all that, I'm gonna watch some TPOT and Ava to see the real more bloodthirsty. Alright. Oh, I forgot that hand. Okay, it's fine. Alright, villain, if forget to put here. Okay, alright. Did this take place before the main Mario cast was born? So I would say if like Peach, if Princess Peach, Silvera would have been, if Silvera was like 30 when she passed on, Princess Peach would have been just like a baby. Like the whole Smithy takeover thing happened when like Illumina was like only 3 years old, and as of now she is, I've given her the age of 33. So it happened like 3 decades ago. Actually, let's not make that goal. Let's just keep experimenting and see what happens. So Peach and the others were babies, the Yoshi Island. Yeah. Yeah, and since they didn't have anyone like Mario or such. What was I gonna say? And like, I had this headcanon that Smithy is like way older than he appears to be. Like, I've had this head. Thank you, Smithykins. Yeah. And Smithy had been around way longer. Like, I had this headcanon that Smithy is like 3 centuries. Has like been around for like 3 centuries. I think Santa's way older than that. Like, Smithy just keeps rebuilding himself to a point where he doesn't even remember his old life. Because, like, I've always had this theory, like, if you ask me, I always imagined Smithy, like, he used to be a human, but he did something bad, so he was exiled. So he had no choice but to replace his body with a mechanical one, and he just kept replacing it until he just became full metal, to a point where he doesn't even remember his old life anymore, to a point where he doesn't even remember being a human. I had a design for that like years ago, but like then that is like in some dire need of an update because it is bad. I hate looking at my old artwork. There we go. And a plushie. Okie dokie. Plushie number 48. That is... This is actually Gissy Eva's plushie that she commissioned. We'll set her right here. Yeah, Mario. Smithy was like the top army soldier. Like he was the one who built like robotic soldiers to fight the wars for his kingdom, but then he committed like something serious enough to be considered a war crime, and they're like, okay, you've done a lot for us, so we're not gonna have you executed, but we are gonna have you banished to like a part of the continent that's inhospitable, where we just expect you to die. But Smithy didn't die. In fact, he thrived over there because that inhospitable spot happened to be rich in metal. I always imagined Smithy to be like a very intellectual person who's just a slave to his craft. Like, not a real people person. Just more factual. Doesn't really care about people. Only cares about results. Ooh. Oh, that ties it together nicely. And we can just have that. There we go. I'm wondering if I should make her hair a little more blue. Let's do that. Okay, so... Yeah, we'll go with that color. Ooh, I forgot. I forgot. It's fine. There we go. Okay, not bad. Okay, we can get rid of this. So, gonna add a few more sketches. Alright. Alright. Ooh, maybe I should lower the opacity a bit. Okay. Okay. Oop, alright. Maybe I should... Because I kind of want her... kind of playfully hunched over, because, like... For me, I always imagine star dolls like not being tall at all. Like I imagine Gino being like Mario's height, like just being short. All right. I gotta say, sketching has been pretty therapeutic for me. All right. I don't think I'll be coloring these in. I don't think we only have like an hour remaining. All right. Oh, great, another AI generated. Oh, great. Okay. Ooh, that's a big eraser. Don't need it that big. I don't want to know the contents of it. I like the Hershey's Kisses one where they just ring themselves as like Christmas bells. That one I always liked that one. It's simple, but like it's charming and it was real. Yeah, it was the. I don't mind the CGI recreation. Like, at least it was made by real people. Yeah, both versions are good. Let's have a version of her without armor. Ooh. Also, the M&M's one was actually pretty funny. Like, neither party could believe that the other exists. Like, Santa can't imagine talking M&M's exist. I'm wondering, I'm gonna give it a little more space, because I kind of have an idea of what. That, okay, maybe her bell can be like here. Okay. How are the music levels for you guys? Are you doing good? All right. All right. Just making sure. All right. I'm not sure what I'm doing with her hand. Here. Ooh, but I just know it doesn't look right here. Something still doesn't look right. Oh dear. Okay. Alright, boy, I know the feeling of something not looking right, but I can't figure it out. Hashtag artist problems. Hashtag struggling. Alright. Yeah, it is. I was waiting for someone to point that out. This was Ivory and Onyx before they were torn apart. Back when Onyx had limbs and Ivory had a head. Alright. Alright. I think that... Okay. Wait, is that the end of that playlist too? Oh, dang. Let's see. What would be... Rainy Day! There we go. There we go. No, it's just been... I've been going on for 3 hours. Oh yeah, call it camp. Let's have her point. Okay, that looks pretty good. with the smoothing that low. I don't need you guys to see how jittery my hands are. There we go. There we go. You gotta love the wide brim hats. So, fun fact, Ivory and Onyx's original costumes were actually based on Horrorland's costumes in Mario Party 2. Originally, I designed these two to be like the judges of Star Road. Like, they would judge on character and circumstances to determine if the one making the wish truly deserves to have it granted. Well, I guess I was developing Weapons World, and I was like, maybe I can design these a little. Maybe I can design these around Weapons World. So keep in mind, these designs go back to like high school, which was like 10 years ago at this point. Jesus Christ. And with the rage of Star Dolls, I was like, you know what? Let's turn these. I dug up the Onyx design, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just tear them up and turn them into a shut-in. There we go. Yeah, they were originally judges, but I'm like, I wonder. But like, the more I thought about it, I'm like, wait, we already have them. They're called the Star Spirits, Sacred Star Spirits, and I'm like, that won't work. So I sat on these designs for like nearly a decade, and I'm like, and when the RPG remake came, and I'm like, and the whole Star Doll craze came, I'm like, I remember having this witchy design. I wonder if I can spruce it up. And after a few tweaking, I just turned these weirdos into like Weapon World survivors, so to speak. Wait. Okay. I had a moment of, am I drawing on the wrong layer moment. There we go. Ooh, not a fan of how that, where that was going. It was kind of the same with Polaris, really. She was another design I had in high school. And just this, and one stream, and you guys were there for the stream when I was like, you know what? Let's spruce her up. Let's make her. Let's see if we can actually make her a character this time. Because I'll admit, I'm a sucker for like looking at old designs and then sprucing them up just to see how far I've come when it comes to like designing characters. No, they were Star Dolls too. They were still Star Dolls. They just inhabited bodies just like Gino. They were still Star Dolls. Sometimes some of my designs come from way back in the day. Like one of my weapons, Kortar. Well, I actually used a design called XM Angel, who was originally going to be a creation of Illumina, but I've like, the angel design's kind of cliche, so I decided to take that design, and during my whole thing on Twitter where people would come and would like tweet a weapon and I would like make a monster out of it, so I decided to tweak that design and turn it into Kortar. I'm basically like a recycler. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Okay, that looks a little more relaxed. There we go. Maybe we can put that belt here. There we go. I tend to recycle some old designs from the olden years myself. Heck, one of my Star Doll says Angie was made back in 20... Oh, man. I forgot. There's a little detail. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Oh boy. Blink and breathe. I only designed Thwomps and Womps publicly. I had Roderick in the Slammer in mind, but never made his design public till years later. I considered making female sniffet characters, but because I relied on paper and scanners and difficulty using those things as years went by, and honestly kicking myself hard for coming up with my current non-Thwomp or Womp characters much later, and didn't bother practicing with mouse. Better late than never, I say. I regret not learning the code. I wish I learned how. Oop. There we go. Yeah, you can still learn. There's a lot of resources. Yep. Oh. I know, the problem is finding time to do it. You know what I mean? Just a side smile. I guess what really pushed me is when I wasn't finding a character with a specific niche I wanted to, since I really wasn't in a position to do any commissions. But did save a tablet. I'm like, screw it, I'll make one myself. Nice. Plushie time. Whoop! Okay, first things first. Plushie number 24. Oh, we got that. Okay. Plushie number 24 is Vivi. Okay, we're just gonna do a little... Okay, I'm just gonna scoot you over here so she can be right here. And then that was a Toad power-up, was it? Which one was that? Number 7? Okay. Where is it? Alright. And Alma and many characters were created. Nice. Ooh. Might have to go closer. There we go. That's the best I could make it look, I'm sorry. Okay. My lower hip is feeling it. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay. These two next to her, they look like children. But that's kind of the point. Oh, right, her eyelashes. Or her eye makeup. Derp. I remember, I swear. I'm wondering if I made that too big now. Oop. Okay, that'll... Oh boy. That'll do. Oh, wait a minute, while I'm here, I just realized. There we go. Okay, what else can we do? Because I know one more sketch we can do. Can we do it in half an hour is the question. There we go. This music is making me want a croissant. Wait, it should be lower than that. Alright. Okay. I'm looking at my hand. I'm trying to figure out how this would look. Okay. Okay. I think, okay. We'll use... Maybe that's too big. Alright. I keep forgetting that his eyes are supposed to be wider apart. There we go. I need to zoom in. This is... I made it too small. Okay. You reckon we can get this done in a half hour? Yeah. Well, what did you... You think that's mean? I plan on... Like, in my head, I can imagine him just like... Him dropping the crown on... Her crown on the ground and just stomping on it like a soda can. Go. Maybe I should... Okay. This is actually perfect music for this kind of... Kind of? been a while since I drew Smithy, so that's my thing. For me to draw a character flawlessly, I would need to draw them like a billion times over. If I don't draw them often, I'll need a reference. Well, I hope it'd be worth it, because he'll probably smack you with his hammer. Hope that'd be worth it. Alright. Oop. That's a little too curly. I'm wondering... There we go, that looks a little more menacing. I don't know if I've drawn him with his beard like that, but like, that looks a little better. There we go. Okay. I had a blink. Not bad for it. Not bad for a hand. Ooh, come on. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. we go. Okay, well, that would mean I gotta figure out his chain. I gotta figure out his arms. I can do it. I can do it. Let's make him a little wider. Okay. You know you've been staring at a screen too long when you're starting to lose sight of the cursor. Oh boy. But nothing just zooming in closer can fix. Ooh. And then... Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oop, nope, 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 nope. Like that, and then it's like this, and then it's like that, and then it's like this. Thank you, Gilsiva. Oh, my back's really feeling it. Well, good idea. Okay. I think we're good. Now I'm wondering if I should make this bigger. Yeah. Alright. Actually, maybe I should... There we go. And then... There we go. So we have so we have enough room. Okay. Maybe I should add more room here. Oops, daisies? No. Select inverse. It's all jumbled. And then we gotta... Okay, that should work. Sure me. All right. Oof. Alright. Oh, hold up, what? I'm gonna check spelling. Queen. Ignore. Change. Ignore. I got it. I got it. We fixed it. Thank you. Oh. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is add an outline for this as well. Let's see, copy. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. We'll export this sucker. Alright, so we got quite a bit done today. We got Kofi done. I got an adopt and turned it into a character. And I even expanded the lore just a little bit more. So yeah, and we're nearing the 4-hour mark. I think now's a good time to call it a night. So, thank you guys for stopping by. This was a very relaxing stream. But be sure to tune in on Thursday where we'll be tackling more Pokemon Legends ZA. But in the meantime, you guys keep it real. Stay hydrated and let me fix this. There we go. Have a good evening, y'all. Talk to you later.